Hi, my name's Jen. Welcome to my channel, All My Plants. Today we are starting the planting show and tell for this year. I'm going to start with, when I say oddballs, I don't mean like weird plants, maybe some of them are. I mean more like plants that I only have 1, 2, 5 of, you know, whatever. And then we'll start dedicating videos to all my philodendron, all my Hoya, and they'll probably still be multi-part. I have probably 50 different kinds of Hoya, for example, and I have more Hoya than 50. So like I might have 2 or 3 Crimson Princess. So whether or not, if I have multiples of a plant, I probably will try to not show them. I might mention that I have multiples of it, but I'll probably try to not show them just because it's so much. But yes, this video is going to be oddballs. So like Dieffenbachia, Aglaonema, Oxalis, those kind of things, the things that I don't have a huge collection of. I'm just going to kind of mash them all into one video, which I've already recorded. It's coming next. But yeah, I didn't really realize that I had so many, so I kept going back. So if it's like jumpy all over the place, that's why. Because I realized I forgot this, I forgot that, you know, whatever. And also, what else? I ran in and out a lot because I'd go outside, I'd think I'd be done inside, and then it's back outside, and then it's in the gazebo, and then it's back in the greenhouse, and then it's up here, and then it's down in my, you know, living room or my dining room or wherever. So it's a lot of back and forth. Forgive me for that, but it was easier to go to the plant than to gather up all those plants and try to bring them inside somewhere where I can fit them and a camera and myself without birds screaming. So multiple reasons we went to the plants. Let's go see them. I think this is currently my only Dischidia. It's Dischidia Million Hearts, the variegated one. It's cute. It's a little dry. I keep forgetting to water it. I don't know. It's the only one I have. I used to have Oyantha and something else, but I can't remember now. But anyway, it's grown quite a bit since I got it. It was just a couple little pieces sticking out of the top there, and it wasn't really trailing or anything, but it's getting there. It is pretty. I can't tell if we're focusing. I've been having a hard time focusing on things all day, it seems like. It's so hot, even the camera can't concentrate. It's just warm all of a sudden. But it's really pretty. You see some dead leaves in there. That's not really the underwatering. They were white. The underwatering is the dead tendril up there. But yeah, I don't know. It does okay. Hopefully it will continue to do okay. If I can remember to water it pretty regularly, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so this guy here is mixed planter of Ficus elastica. I can't tell which one's which. Okay, this is Taniki. Sorry, the lighting's weird. Pull it to the sun. Taniki, and then this one is Ruby, which looks very much the same as Taniki. It's just that the leaves come in a very violent shade of pink, like the new leaves. And you can see it's got a very pink vein there, even on this older leaf. It's just a little bit different on the regular Taniki, which there's a couple of in here. And then also Ficus burgundy is in here. Look at it from the other side. Not great light either way. Then that guy down there is just a mixed pot of, what is it, different types of Dracaena. And I don't know the names of any of them, but I like them. This lighting is not doing it justice. Sorry about that. But it's, you know, outside. This one here I know was black cherry, but it appears to have gone back to just normal green. Yeah. And then here, this is the Ficus Scheveriana. It needs a repot. It's really dry. I just watered it last night and it's dry. But it is 33 degrees in here. I think it was up to 36 degrees. But anyway, Ficus Scheveriana. It's doing okay. It had spider mites inside. I think I've got that under control now. See some damage there. But, yeah, it's doing all right. It's that guy. That's another Dracaena. Not sure what it's called. Something marginata. Maybe just Dracaena marginata. I'm not sure. But it's doing all right. Still growing. I still really like it. Then its neighbor over here, Sansevieria. I don't know which one. I just liked it because it's so dark. It's such a dark green. It's very pretty. And I do love Sansevieria. They're tough. They're real tough. I guess Sansevieria are technically, what, Dracaena now, right? I think I've got that right. But I'm just going to keep calling them Sansevieria or snake plants. This is probably my favorite type, and it's Sansevieria moonshine. It's just very pretty. I don't have many Sansevieria anymore. I used to have a whole bunch, but not anymore. This is actually sitting on my pellet stove at the moment, just because I haven't brought it outside. I think, does it have scale maybe? I don't know what that is. It looks like it could actually be some sort of damage. But you'll notice it's got like a blue cast to it. Some of that is the actual color of the plant, and some of that is like a copper fungicide that's dried on the leaves. But anyway, I like this plant. I need to separate it out. There's a lot in there at this point. I find them to be very fast growers, and they will actually rip through the pot if you don't repot them or, you know, thin them. I've had them rip the pot and even break, like, not terracotta, but ceramic. So I guess terracotta as well. But anyway, yeah, I love Sansevieria. Then Hamiina, I only have two types. This is the Riau or jungle velvet. It is not velvety. It took me a while to figure that out, but it is not velvety. It kind of has a look like it might be. This is too much light. The very bright or very yellow leaves. So this one has to be repotted. It's just going to dry too fast in the greenhouse. So that's why it's sitting here with the Sansevieria. But I like it. I like it a lot. That's another, I guess it's Dracaena. I'm not sure. Corn plant would be the common name. But yeah, I've actually cut this multiple times because it just gets too tall. Right now it's only about maybe 4.5 feet tall. It's sitting on my table, but I cut it there, and then it spit out 2 brand new shoots. And the same on this side, I cut it there, and it spit out another 2 shoots, which is just what this plant does. I did try to propagate the top part when I cut it, just to see what would happen, and it did root. But when I potted it up, it just didn't last. It didn't do well. So yeah, that's pretty neglected, and that's got to go outside soon too. It's just really hard to carry these larger plants around to water them. And I don't really water anything in place except in the greenhouse. I don't know why. I just insist on taking everything either to the shower or sink to water it. I don't know. It's just old dog. Hard to teach new tricks, I guess. The last of my Sansevieria, this is a cylindrica that I haven't watered in probably 2 months. I think it's cylindrica. Is that what they are called? This is a propagation from just a piece of a leaf. I know it's really hard to get a feel for how long that piece is sticking out there, but it's probably about 1.5 feet, maybe pushing 2 feet long. It's an oddball. It's an oddball. I like it though. I keep it alive for some reason. Got some new growth in there. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this guy. Except poor thing. This Hamiina, pardon my mess up here, I've been kind of doing a little bit of everything. But anyway, this is the Hamiina camouflage. It's very thirsty right now. It is in semi-hydro. It dries out about every other day. So that wasn't the best move on my part. I think it would actually do better in soil. but it's in here and I've committed. This is a new leaf. It was one of the plants that I got on sale that really didn't look good in the first place. And I can't really say that it looks a whole lot better. I mean, it is growing. There is new growth on it. But yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to give this plant enough water. It is pretty though. I do like it. I do. I'm gonna go give that some water. And then this guy here, I also got it on sale off the half-dead shelf at Lowe's. It has new growth. This is all new growth actually, because it had probably, I don't know, a half dozen brown, crunchy looking leaves. But yeah, Oxalis, I can't actually remember, it goes by a couple names. Can't remember, but I'll put them on the screen. I do like this plant. And it actually does seem to like, it's in pawn, it does seem to like that, and it dries out and it's just fine. So it's not as dramatic as some of the other plants that I've tried to convert. It's doing quite well actually, so yay. Pretty, pretty. And then there's this, what is it, Calathea, Maranta, yeah, that. This one has actually done quite well being converted to semi-hydro. Also pawn. It's pawn. That's a dirty reservoir. Don't judge me, or do, it's fine. But it's done pretty good. It still has a lot of the original crunchy, crusty leaves on it. Excuse me. But yeah, it's actually done really well. It's got new growth down in there. Maybe you can see some new little cigars all rolled up, ready to pop out of there. But yeah, that one's happy. Or, well, it's getting happy. It didn't start very happy. And this is another Calathea that has been banished to the bathroom. I really like it. It's pretty. It's been banished in here because it was infested with spider mites. I don't know if I've ever seen so many spider mites on anything in my life. And it only been a couple days maybe since I looked at it last. So it's just in here chilling, and I spray it and hose it down. It's very convenient that it is in semi-hydro or pawn, because then I can just take it, throw it in the shower, which is right next to it, and just literally wipe every leaf while water is running over it, you know, to try to dislodge anything. So I'm doing that over and over and over. But yeah, it didn't look great when I got it. It does not look any better now, but it's still trying to grow, the poor thing. This is actually its bad side. There we go. That's its good side. Not that it's much better, but it is trying to grow. I will keep trying with it. I don't know. I hate spider mites. I forgot this guy earlier. It's a variegated lemon. I think it's Eureka lemon is what they are. But yeah, or sorry, variegated pink lemon. It's a type of Eureka. But anyway, I just thought it was pretty. It's kind of dirty. But it's pretty. I don't think I've ever tried to grow lemon before. I have tried kumquat. I did pretty good with those. Maypops, like passion flower vine. And they did pretty good. But yeah, so first time trying to grow citrus, which isn't to say that I haven't taken care of citrus. In Florida I have, but they just grow there. I mean, there's wasn't a whole lot for me to do, you know, so yeah. But this one here, it won't survive outside here, even though I think it did say it was hardy to zone 8. I don't know if I believe that. Another one, and I know you can't see it, appreciate that it's very dark. No matter what side I attack this from, it seems backlit. But it's a Musa, it's a banana. I believe it's a Cavendish type. And I really like the foliage. This one is bigger, but this one is new to me. Does that make any sense? There's a couple in this pot, and that's kind of what banana do. That's a frog. Can you hear the frog? He's over in the greenhouse screaming, probably because it's hot in there. Oh, bananas. Look, the frog had me so distracted. There's a couple in this pot, and that's just kind of what they do. This banana can bear fruit. It has the ability to do that. I think it's a dwarf Cavendish type. Not 100%. But anyway, they can bear fruit. They cannot, well, they can bear fruit, but it's not likely that they will in a pot. I'll put it that way. They just don't. And when they do, the plant that bore the fruit dies, and one of the other ones would be the next year's fruit-bearing plant. I don't know if you've ever grown banana before. I've grown it both in ground and in pots. I've never had any bear any fruit in pots. So anyway, it's an interesting one. I like it for the foliage. I don't really think I have, even in the ground, I don't think I have a long enough growing season for them to bear fruit, so that's kind of a bummer, but nevertheless. This one here, it's not allowed to propagate itself anymore. But I love this one. And we have an Aglaonema. I'm sorry, I don't know what type, but it's done good. It was the mealybug Aglaonema, which we finally did get rid of. I want to say it was over the winter, and I did put it in systemics, but it's been several months since then. It was November, actually. I'm pretty sure when I put it in systemics. So it's been at least that long, and it has moved outside. There's my only other Aglaonema. I guess it's two different kinds, but they're in the same pot, so yeah. Is that a mealybug? No, that's just debris. It's debris. I think it's a pretty one though. Both of them. I do like Aglaonema, and they're easy peasy. Easy peasy. And that's the other banana down here. I believe it's the same type. Same type, just some sort of, I think they call it Granane. It's Musa type, like dwarf Cavendish, something like that. Which, like I said, they do have the ability to bear fruit, but I just don't have long enough growing season, even in the greenhouse, because they really don't like to fruit in pots. Or at least that's been my experience. So, or even flower, like, you know, all the things that are needed to bear fruit. It does not do that for me in pots. Then this is the world's most unhappy, I believe it's a Dieffenbachia. It was infested with spider mites, and like it's slowly dying off, which you'd think I'd do something to stop that, but I'm not, because I'm actually waiting for the new growth. The new growth, that's what we're waiting for. It's taking its sweet time. There's some in there. Right there, but I think that's going to look a lot better than what was on there previously, so you know, we just wait longer. This guy, it's Allovia, Dieffenbachia, I believe. It used to be Epischia, something like that, but it's been reclassified as Allovia, and I really like it. It gets these white furry flowers on it. I guess that's where the Dieffenbachia in its name comes from, because it's like dianthus. But I like it a lot. It's very pretty, even without flowers. Like, I don't know, it's just an interesting looking plant. It's pretty, and it's velvety and fluffy and soft. So cute. There, Saxifragus stolonifera, I think it's called. Strawberry begonia. It's just really cute, really pretty. It's been growing like crazy since I put it out here. This is a variegated one. It's really, really pretty. I do like it. It's not as picky about water out here as I would have expected. I guess the humidity's high out here. I don't know. But it does dry out. It does dry out pretty quick. 36.8 degrees in here. I'm drying out pretty quick. Phew, okay, we are just running in and out today. This is Begonia. I think I have 3 Begonias. This is Begonia Magic Carpet. And can you see that poking out there? That's a leaf growing out of the front of the leaf. And that's what this particular begonia does. It's very weird. And you know, I like the weird plants. Let me sit right down here on the floor with it. I love this one. It's weirdly fuzzy. I can't really, it's like super fuzzy. Hairy? I don't know. It needs water really bad. Actually, it needs a repot because this soil is pretty hydrophobic. See how it shrinks away from the side of the pot? I just watered it day before yesterday to the point where it was soaking. And that's a great way to rot the roots. So, bone dry one day and mud puddle the next. But look at the backs even. I really like this plant. Pardon my dog, he's trying to fit between the curtain and the door. Weenie, what have you done? Thanks, bud. So anyway, this is the only begonia currently inside. The rest of them are outside. Pardon me, I'm in the floor, so everybody wants to come over and see what's going on. But anyway, I really like it. It's very strange. It has a lovely color too. It's like an unusual shade of green. It's like a medium green with like some yellow undertones. I don't know. And the backs, of course. Oh, so pretty. But hopefully I can keep it alive. So far it hasn't been too needy. It just, it needs a repot. Okay, and then that one right there, that's Begonia Looking Glass. It's been flowering pretty much constantly, and it's putting another little plant out back there. Maybe you can see it kind of underneath, but I really like it. I really like that one. It has not complained about anything, ever. The whole time I've had it. It hasn't been very long that I've had it either, and it's probably tripled in size. I'm gonna say, I think it was like 2 or maybe even 3 leaves when I picked it up, and I don't know how many it has now, but a dozen, plenty. It's been a good one, and I like it. What did I call it? Did I say looking glass? It's not looking glass. It is Crackling Rosy, Begonia Crackling Rosy. The looking glass is that one right there. That's Begonia Looking Glass. I have 2 pots of that. That is the newer one because the first one took a dive. But now it's making a recovery. It didn't enjoy spring indoors. I don't know. And it's back there. And it's doing okay back there. Can we? Yeah, there we go. So I really like that one as well. The lighting's a little bit better for this one. I don't know. I hope it does okay. My daughter also has one, my youngest girl, and I don't know, hers did the same thing. It just kind of started melting from the bottom up, even though it still had roots. And she's kind of right. This one likes to be on the drier side, or at least that's what I found. I usually keep my begonia pretty evenly moist, like regularly watered. Not these guys. But yeah, they seem to do better slightly drier. And then back there in the dark, silver squill, no, sorry, spotted squill. There we go, slightly better light. It's a good one too. Wants nothing, well, probably wants a repot because it's throwing the onions all out of the pot now. Onions, the bulbs, whatever you'd call them. But yeah, it's a good one, no complaints. And then up there, getting pretty good bright light, that is my only Croton. I had to look at the tag because I couldn't remember the name of it. It just wasn't coming. Certain things, they just disappear out of your brain. So yeah, that's my only Croton. My husband recently picked it up for me. I've had it maybe a couple weeks. It'll probably do okay out here if I remember to water it up there. But the moment it comes inside, it'll probably tank. I just don't do well with them. I like the color. I think it's a riot of color. I know a lot of people are like, oh, Croton. Is that because you think it's an ugly plant, or is that because they're a pain in the ass to keep alive? For me, it's the latter. I don't know. And then these might be the last ones for this video. Forgive me if I don't pick them up. Right there, I'll show you in better light. And right there, they are the clovers, the oxalis. That one is the I think it was called copper something or other. I'll have to put the name on the screen because I cannot remember. They have changed a lot being outside. They went from being these very compact little plants to being very leggy. I think that one there was called Plum Crazy. They've just kind of really stretched. And I don't really think they're full-sun plants, but you can see how leggy it is. Like, you can see it sticking up out of the pot there with its little ridiculous yellow flowers. I don't know. And then I have one more inside, which I will show you. Oops, on the way to the oxalis, I remembered I have this Mandarin plant. It's, what is it, chlorophytum? I don't know, I'll have to put it on the screen. But it's related to spider plants. And you can kind of see that in it. I'll pull it down here in a moment, but that's where it normally lives, is up here on this shelf that goes the whole length of my dining room. But, yeah, let me pull it down. So, yeah, it is not happy. It's bone dry. I'm going to water it and then throw it out in the greenhouse. But anyway, it's the color. It's the color. That's why I bought this plant. It has not loved being inside at all. At all. And on that shelf, that is above the pellet stove. So that's where it's been living all winter. So it's no wonder it looks a little irritated with me. So, yeah. Now onto the oxalis. So yeah, this is just ye old purple oxalis, which you can see it's looking pretty rough. Pretty rough. It's flowering though, all the time. It needs a repot. It needs a repot. It's been sitting in the floor, hasn't really been getting any light. Hasn't been watered in probably a couple weeks. I've been busy. But yeah, I do like it quite a bit. It is lovely. It's lovelier when it's well taken care of, but we'll get it back to good. So yeah, that's that one. Every time I think I'm done, I realize I am not. Down here, another Dieffenbachia. I think this is, I have two total, including this one. So this is Dieffenbachia reflector, I believe, and I love it. Let me pull it out of here. There we go. It needs a repot already. I really like it though. It's really pretty. Really pretty. It needs a repot, not so much because it's grown that much. Sorry, just looking to see if that's mealybugs, I guess. Not because this particular plant has grown that much, which, I mean, it has, I guess, but it's also got 2, 3, 4, 5 friends down there at the base now. So I don't know if I'm going to try to split them off. They don't look very reflector-ish. I don't know. Maybe it seems like it shows more as this plant gets larger. You know, those spots, the reflector-ishness. Words are hard. But yeah, I might separate those off. I don't know. But either way, it's just, it's drying very fast. So, but yeah, I really like this one. It's probably my favorite Dieffenbachia. Hello, Olive, again. And this is my only orchid. It's just a Phalaenopsis, and it's got a little friend there growing off the base. Olive. Sorry, I have cats everywhere all of a sudden in here. But yeah, so this is my only orchid currently, and it was, for all intents and purposes, I'm pretty sure it was dead, and I repotted it in just some really dirty moss, and it's perked back up and grown a new leaf. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll just hope for good things. I can't even remember what color the flowers were on it. I have no idea. I might have pictures somewhere. Maybe. Oh, nips. All right, so that was it. That was all my oddballs. I'm sure I've forgotten some. Looking around just now, I see one that I forgot. I'll sneak it in there. But I'm sure even still that I've forgotten other ones. It's really easy to forget plants until you walk by it later, and then you're like, oh, I forgot that one. And I'm sure I'll do the same with other, you know, collections, other groups of plants as well. I'll be like, oh, I forgot, you know, da da da. So we'll try to get most of them in the videos anyway. We'll see how it goes. What should I do next? I don't know. Epipremnum? Hoya? Syngonium? I don't know. Let me know what you think. I might have already recorded it by the time I post this. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.